Okay. Okay, it looks like you can hear me now. Okay. Here we go. Can everybody hear me now? Can you hear me now? What is going on here? You can hear me? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put the link on here. Okay. This is so tacky. I'm sorry, you guys. I was trying to add my mic on, but I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Okay, so like I was saying when y'all couldn't hear me, the reason I do this is because once the funeral's over, everybody's gone, and we're still sitting here in pain, especially if you don't have a good support system. And what I learned is that people was really being educated when I started doing the lives on Facebook. And this is really, the devil is a lie. I got stuff popping up. Not tonight. Okay, Dannice, I'm gonna put this link in this. Go away. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I just put the link in there, Danny, so you can come up. But like I said, when the funeral's over, everybody's gone. You're still here, stuck in the pain. And I learned when I did started doing my lives on Facebook that people that hadn't lost kids were really being educated on how the process is for grieving families. You know, we're still in it. Everybody else has moved on, but we're still in it. And plus, it helps me to heal. And like I said, Barbara, who I had coming on earlier, she got a little scared. I understand because she's never spoken about it publicly. I really talked about it with many people. So I understand. Thank you, God, for a ram in the bush because my girl Dannice pulled up for me. She's not going to be live showing herself, but she will be on her avatar. And we're going to go ahead and get with this interview. You can push that link, Denise, and come on up. So I hope everybody's day was good today. Just waiting for Denise to come up. All you gotta do is click the link, and it says go into the enter the studio, and then I can bring you on in. My little sister's in the house. I love you. You need help, Denise? Hey, Fee. Okay. Hang on. Let me talk her through this. Hold on, you guys. Okay, everybody, she's trying to get on. I might have to walk her through it. So how's everybody doing today? Hey, Fee. Let me see. Yeah, she should be able to do it with this link. Rob, if you're out there, say hi. We understand. Oh, baby. She's scared to talk about it and end up getting depressed. But it's it's not easy to talk about, but it's healthy to get it out. Ooh, come on, D. Come on, D. I hate, I hate holding you guys up, but I'm trying to get her in here. Okay, I probably got to walk you through it. So all you do, Dannice, is click the link. Is the link working for you? Technical difficulties. Go out of it and then come back in. Hey, niece. I see you. Tell Sonya to type something in there and say hi. I got the family in the house today. It's a trip as I was going through all that stuff this last few weeks, and I really I'm so used to standing on my own till I forget that I do have a large support system. And thank God. Okay, let me call her and try to see what's going on. Hold on, you guys. Hey, Sonia, my sister, my older sister, my younger sister's in here too. Hey, y'all hang on in there with me. I'm trying to get her. Yes. Okay. Something else is
Okay.
on. Do you have you wait, talk again, make sure
Can
there's no echo.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you guys for being patient.
Oh,
I had a hard time my first time doing this too. So she's not gonna show herself.
hello.
She wasn't prepared because this was
Yes.
actually somebody else's day to come on.
Okay.
But thank God for a what happened. Let's see.
You
Uh-uh.
you see how
Well,
I'm looking, so I'm like, uh-uh.
that's okay. It's okay. You remember me with my headscarf on Facebook. I don't care because you still cute.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi, sister.
Yes. I'm so
How
happy I got
are
you.
you?
I'm so happy I finally got you in here. So look, Denise,
Good.
can you hear me good?
I know you see how the devil be trying to fight us for doing the right
Yeah, yeah, he tried to fight us
thing.
because we got purpose. Of course. That's his job. If he didn't do that, then wouldn't be doing nothing. Oh, you
Hmm.
want to stay on? You can stay on like that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's start with
Right.
your
So
huh?
there you go. Hmm. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's start with when did you lose your son?
Okay, so it was February the 1st, 2011.
Okay.
Um, Me and him was sitting there. We were talking on the phone. You know, I told you
Yeah.
about it, the story. We were talking on the phone. It's just, it's just trying to get through, So it's just been a rough, 10 years now. The
Yeah.
1st of
No,
February made
11.
10
Yours
years.
it's been 11 years for Jahan, so it's been 12 for you.
No, mine was he died 2011.
Yeah,
It's
Jahan died
21.
2010.
Oh, okay.
Look.
Ooh, this time is a lot. Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
But hmm So you
So
just ask me
2011.
what you want to or what you need.
No,
Hmm.
I kind of want you to just kind of flow. Tell us about the day that it happened. Tell us about that whole process
Okay.
of that day. Take your time.
Mm. So
You know
what
I'm a
had happened
crybaby.
was, like I said, we were talking on the phone. He had went out of town to do some. I know, girl. Let me get some tissue. I'm gonna try not to cry because I just always hold him with me, you know.
It's
But
okay. I cry
anyway,
all the
it was a
time.
weird day because something he I had I had took my brother out, my big brother. I got, I don't know, Steph. But anyway, it was like I said, my brother had called me and he wanted me to, show him some places and all this stuff. And I know my brother. I love my brother. He gone now, bless his heart. But he wasn't about to buy a doorknob. But for some reason, he had me running all over Oakland. So as I was headed to San Pablo to meet a family member, I had just picked up the phone and called my son. And I knew that he was out of town, and I thought he was still out of town. So anyway, he picked up. We were just laughing and talking, and he was telling me about my niece he had seen and blah blah blah. So all of a sudden, I hear something. It sounded like he had dropped a mirror or some glass, and I was like, "What in the world is that?" Anyway, long story short, I heard people screaming, "Oh, Diesel, don't die, don't die!"
Oh,
And uh, from there, just went. It just, you you
you
just you can
okay?
imagine. It just went downhill, and we never found out who did it or why or what. and you know that I just and he was a beautiful soul and went on. You start discovering people turn on me. He never does, but you just have to keep going. And so tragedy. But that's all I do have, just to know that I could have to hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's just been and 2 months.
go ahead.
2 months prior to that, 2 months prior, I lost my 16-year-old stepson. And it was just a rough time.
Yeah.
It was a rough time. He was 16-year-old, Berkeley High student, doing everything right. My son was of course he wasn't no angel, but nothing for nothing like this. You just don't never know, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
hmm
So,
Yeah.
how did you deal with the process when you was going through it?
Just with a lot of prayer. I tried to keep family members that my close loved ones close to me. I just really didn't go through it good. I just didn't. I didn't go through it well. And like I was telling you earlier, I had tried the therapy that didn't work for me, and the group sessions didn't work, and I was just going through. And
Yeah.
and it was a long, dark road, lonely. When I think back on it, it was just hard.
Yeah. Remember that time when I called you
Just
and
hard. It was just
remember?
hard. And like I say, my faith
Yeah.
is what got me through. And I know that sounds cliche.
It's not.
hmm
It's not cliche. Did you ever have a time when
I
you was
could
mad at God?
I couldn't hear you.
You, you
You
can't hear
said
me because yours is like
something. Remember when you called me?
no. Remember when I called you that day and you was having a moment and you was like, Stephanie, you don't even know what I was
Yeah,
thinking about
yeah,
doing. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't know how sometimes a
yeah,
phone call
yeah,
from somebody can save your life. A text
yeah. It's
message.
like,
Go ahead, babe.
hmm
Go ahead.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just we having like it was a lot of in and out, but yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah, like I said,
echoing.
sometimes yeah, I kind of hear it a little bit. What you could do is turn your volume down a little bit, unless you have it playing somewhere else in your house. Like if you have it playing
Okay.
on another, yeah, just make sure that's turned
Nope, I
down.
don't.
Okay. So turn it down a little
Mm,
bit and then talk into the phone so we can hear you. Because sometimes it goes
Okay,
low.
nothing else is okay. What about now? Can you
Okay,
hear me?
that's better. That's better. I
Can
can hear
you
you.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It went away. Can't hear you now. You there? Denise? This is how this go. I'm telling you. The devil is a lie. Okay, she's coming back, you guys. She got kicked out. There we go. Can you hear me now? I can see you in here, D. Can't hear you though. Fresh chocolate. We're not bringing anybody up. This is a interview with a mother. Okay. We are having technical difficulties, you guys, on her side, trying to get in here. Hmm. What a way to start, huh? I need to upload some music so I can play music when we have issues like this. Yeah, I had put you out because we couldn't hear nothing. So try to get in again. You guys, this was last minute for me to call on her, so I appreciate her because my other mother, she decided that an hour before that she couldn't handle it. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. That's why I wanted to do a panel with all three of my mothers that are in the Bay, so she could feel comfortable to be able to share her story because she's never shared it before. I don't know. I was made for this. I was made for sharing pain. If you guys know any family members or any friends that have lost a child, family member to violence, and they may want to share their story and actually get some encouragement from other mothers just like them. That's the whole purpose of this, that we can help each other through it, support each other, because it ain't easy. I wasn't the type of person to go to grief counseling. I tried it, but it just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So. I think the next live I'm gonna do a been kind of in my spirit to do a live about suicide. How many? I tried to do it at, 2 times, and I kind of want to do a live about it. And because the time of the year is coming up when holidays, we've lost loved ones, and many things, people finances, all that can cause you to want to check out of here. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Can she get in? I'm sorry, you guys, sisters. My first live with you guys, and we're having some issues for real. Sorry, everybody that came in, that's in here, even in the bushes. Trying to see if she's still trying to get in. Wow. Maybe that StreamYard tripping out. She's trying to get in, you guys. Anybody want to come up? Fee, can you come up and let's talk while she's trying to get in here? Fee, about them facts. The link is right there. Yeah, I was trying to do something. uh, yeah. Oh, hi, cutie. Little sister, so cute. Fee, you want to come up? Anybody want to come up? Save me. If this don't work this time, you guys, I'm gonna reschedule this where she can have her laptop and be more prepared. But she wasn't prepared for this because I just called her out of the blue, at the last minute and asked her to come up here with me. Let me see. Chocolate, fresh chocolate is in the background. Hold on. Let's see what she has to say. Hey, hello. Let me see. Chocolate, fresh chocolate is in the background. Hold on. Let's see what she has. It's an echo.
Let me
Hey,
go to
hello. Let me see. Chocolate, fresh chocolate is in the back. You got an echo in there, so something else is on. Echo. Hello. Sorry, there's a noise in the background. The devil is a liar, you guys. My lives are usually better, family. Oh, let me see. What can we talk about? Let's see. Something's happening. Has anybody lost any family member? Anybody to violence that may want to come up? Oh, try this again, fresh chocolate. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to kick you out the studio. Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
you there?
Uh-huh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, you. I was gonna put on the on. Yeah, I hear you there.
Did you have something to say?
Yeah, I was. One thing I was trying to get my computer to work to see if I had my mic working, but I was just thinking about deaths that have really affected me. Um, my very best friend slowly committed suicide. Basically, what he did is he had diabetes. His half of his
Oh,
foot was cut off.
okay. Fresh
He,
chocolate?
yeah,
This
am
is
I
not that
echoing?
this is not that show. We're not going to talk about suicide today. We're going to do do
Oh,
do that on another show.
okay. Well, I wasn't talking about.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. But he did not quite. He didn't commit suicide. But basically, he was my best friend, and he helped me to fight with my illness. And he just gave up on himself. And then that was in 2000, November 2006.
Fresh
And
chocolate.
then September of 2008.
Fresh chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear what I said? I said the show's
Yeah,
not about suicide.
yeah. I
It's about grieving
yeah, I
mothers.
went
You
yeah,
can come share when I do the live on that. Okay?
yeah. And I changed yeah, I just changed it over to the losses that I've had, the family losses that I've had.
I understand.
And then in 2008, my, my uncle, it's hard to talk about it.
Okay.
He was my dad's baby brother. And he was one of those unconditional persons that he loved hard. And September 2nd, was my dad's birthday. And he kept missing my dad. Every time he would call, Daddy wouldn't be around. I took my dad to the bank. He called me, and we were talking. And he said, as soon as your daddy get out of the bank, call. And I called, and I called, and I called, and there was no answer. And then my mother called, and she said, y'all need to get home right away. Now, my mother had stopped drinking and she had stopped smoking. And just that quick, she started smoking and drinking again. My mother and father had been together since they were 15 years old. So my mom pretty much helped raise my sister. And what hurt me, and nobody could understand why I was so bitter. And on top of that, my uncle asked, I had an uncle that died in 68, and he said to me, niece, if I die before you, make sure they bury me on top of my brother. Well, he was living in Amarillo, Texas when he died. And the first thing I said is, we need to get him home. And everybody was against him getting him home.
Sorry to hear that.
And that's the only thing my uncle never asked anything of me. And so now he's laying out in the cemetery. 2 years later, she died. So he's laying out in the cemetery with nobody to put flowers on his grave. Nobody to go to him. And nobody can understand how I felt because here I am, 3 minutes later, ringing the phone for my uncle. And the whole time he's laid out in the backyard bed.
How do you get through your grief? Who helps you through your grief?
Well, I started going to counseling. Basically, my baby.
Your son?
I went to counseling, and I, losing my parents' best friend and then losing my uncle, I felt betrayed and have since isolated myself.
I get that.
And and my and my,
Hang on
my
one
grandmother
second.
was 100. Okay.
Hold on one second, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you get
Yeah.
all of that out. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so how long
No,
ago was this? How long ago was there were these deaths?
well, okay. Best friend in November 2006. Uncle September 2nd of 2008.
Okay. So back to back.
And yeah, and, and yeah, and that was I I I can't talk no more about it. I can't.
It's good
I
to get it
can't talk.
out because it looks to me like you're still deeply grieving. So,
Mm.
that's why I do what I do because you're not alone. You know, a lot of us out here
And
grieve.
then, yeah, and 2000, 2015, my grandmother was 101 and she passed away. And people didn't understand. As old as she was, she still soothed me. I could still talk to her. Our conversation made a lot of sense. And nobody could understand how I, people were saying to me, how, how can you still grieve her? And that made me more angry. And so I felt like I had already gone through the steps of death, dealing with death or grief, the steps of grief. But
Somebody
it
have a
seems
question.
like,
Somebody has a
yeah,
question for you. Do you have kids, and do you have a relationship with God?
yeah. Oh, yes, I have a 32-year-old son. And yes, I was brought up by the Bible, with the Bible, uh, in church. You know, I was baptized at 5 because that was the first time I felt I felt the Holy Spirit at 4, and I understood um, the God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. I had gone to my age classes, but I was also able to go to older kids classes.
Hmm.
So after uh, talking with the pastor, talking with the family, I was baptized at the age of 5, and I have been told that I have been given the gift of discernment.
Hmm.
And for a long time, I ran from it. I was like, I don't want to. You know, and then my grandfather, my father, and my son were all born with veil. And so, we came up really spiritually. My son and I don't do the religion thing,
Say that
but
again.
we do the spiritual thing. Uh, and My son and I don't do the religious stuff, like having, believe that we're non-denominational at this point. We grew up as Baptist. We were
Hmm.
raised Baptist. But
So you're
after
spiritual, but not religious. Is that what you're saying?
I'm religious, but I don't well, I don't, let's see, I don't, I want to see, how do you put it? Religion as far as claiming a particular religion. Now, like the song says, do you got religion? Yes, I do. But we have religion, we have faith, and but as far as being a part of the Baptist church, we've kind of withdrawn from that because of all the negativity that we experience in the Baptist church, and
So
it
then
almost
what you're saying to us is that you don't have a relationship with God.
no, 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 no. I have a very close relationship with God.
Okay. Okay.
No, 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 no. I have a very, very steadfast. I have religion. Like the song says, "Do you got religion?" Yes, we do. We have religion. We just don't. We just don't have. We don't follow the Catholic ways. We still have our faith through the Baptist church, but we find ourselves to be more Bible based Christians. One church, one God, and that's how we are. But no, uh, we have a very, very strong. Uh, no, no, I don't want nobody to take that wrong at all. Our, and that's why I say that there's, gift. We believe that God gives us gifts. No, I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe in people who come up and say, uh, where they talk to the dead, where they're because the Holy Spirit doesn't work that way. It comes to you through Christ. It doesn't just say, I can't just come and tell you, uh, the Lord said, your sister came to me and your sister told me blah, blah, blah. You know, I can't get that. But I can say that things do come. Like I get like a thought in my stomach with something's wrong with someone who's close to me. And I pray and I ask God to give me the strength to let me know what's going on. To guide my footsteps or my steps. And sometimes it's as simple as calling somebody and asking how they're doing, you know,
Hmm.
but it's not like I'm not gonna tell you, well, the Lord said that this was going on. No, no, no. It's just a matter of calling, talk to you. And, whatever the script, God will give you scriptures to go to. That's how my faith works. That's how my belief works. That when you pray and you ask the Lord to show you and guide you, He will send you the word. And it's never failed me for me to get the Bible, pray about whatever's going on that I feel, and I ask the Lord to guide me. And then my mind takes me directly to the scripture that I'm reading. That is just how strong my faith is. Uh, Complete and totally, you know. Um, but I still have, I know that I trust and I believe and I know that my people who have gone in are fine. But my greed and my pain is jealousy, is selfishness because I want to share with you, but I know that I have to let it go and let them be at rest.
You know what I learned?
Yeah.
Let me share this with you. You know what I learned? Well, my son and my daughter were both murdered 5 years apart. And what I learned is it took me about that 5 years to accept that my son was gone, he wasn't coming back. And then when I lost my daughter, I couldn't believe I was going through that again. And my hardest part with dealing with her loss was accepting. So what you haven't done is you haven't accepted it. You got to accept it first that it happened, that you're okay. Because I look at the way this world is now. I was asking, um, I was asking my girl. I said, "How do you feel about? Would you want your son back in this world the way it is now?" When I was in Detroit for the time that I was out there, this first lady, she said, "Would you want your babies back?" And when I thought about it and how corrupt and how much the youth have to deal with, you know, everything they have to succumb to, I thought about it and I said, I don't know that I would want my kids back in this mess. Would things have been worse for them? They still were here because there's so much that our youth have to go through and what comes against them, especially now with COVID and people not having no money and all of the
Right.
robberies and all of the stuff that's out there that's tempting for our youth. I don't think I would want my kids back in that because I know where they are. And so the part that you got to get to, it's gonna always hurt, but the part that you have to get to is acceptance, accepting that they're gone, accepting that your family members are gone, and uh, it'll kind of help you a little bit when you think about would you want them back right now in the state that we're in, because we're in a place that we've never been. This is unfamiliar, where our world is, where our country is unfamiliar. We got a disease that's out there that ain't getting better. So, look at it like that. So, well, just something to say to everybody. Me and Dannice, what we're going to do is we're going to reschedule this because this live was actually for Barbara. And she got afraid at the last minute. I understand it because everybody's not brave enough to do this.
Yeah.
It's hard to do to express your hurt in
Yeah.
front of people. But I'm a crybaby. I admit it. I might
Me
cry
too.
at any time. I don't care what nobody says. So we're gonna
Me
reschedule it
too.
where she can have her set up better. She can have her laptop, and we can really dig into this interview and dig
Right.
into this.
Right.
This is a safe place for you to be able
Yeah.
to cry. Like I said, you're gonna cry here.
Right.
Your heart gonna be broken, but then we're gonna have fun too at the same time.
Right.
It's because there's healing in every time that you share your story. I know for me, there's another piece of
Right.
healing that because it took a lot out of me to lose both of my children, but
Right.
God.
Yeah.
So you stay strong, Barbara, and I mean, what did I say, Barbara? Um,
Right.
um, fresh chocolate. You're not alone. I lost my mother. My sister's on here, my older sister, and we lost my mother. We both were there. She died in my apartment, and
And you know,
we watched her
I'm getting a
disintegrate from.
horrible echo.
What did you say?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And you know what?
Hey,
Uh,
Crucialness TV. Hey.
and you know, I was gonna say that I do believe that I do believe that when you have dreams, that
Mhm.
that's God's way of letting them come to you and give you their message. I do believe in that. But yeah, I thank you for letting me come up impromptu. Yeah, I do
So,
believe in
so who is your support system now?
basically all of us. Um, basically the whole family. We we're able to speak openly. We're able to uh, cry together, to laugh about it, to we're able to do those things. Now, I did have a nervous breakdown. Yeah, and my support system comes from my family at this point, my faith and my family, and so that's pretty much how we're very close and connected family. And like my degree is in psychology, so I do understand how important it is to go to somebody who's done violence that can help you and give you all of that. So I did have 2016. I had a nervous breakdown, and I was in the hospital for 5 days, and it just really did a world of good. Um, it wasn't one of those places where you get mixed up with people that are talking to themselves, and it was a group of people who were pretty much going through the same type of issues and problems, and we were able to lean on each other and talk and
Oh,
go
that's
through
good.
the cycle. So I gotta say, that was something. It was a good thing. I don't see it as a negative thing. I see it as a good thing because that's what I needed.
Okay. Okay. Well, keep
But yeah,
watching God's Girls World because we'll have a lot of stories. You can be encouraged and you can listen to some of these
yeah,
mothers, some of these family members that have lost the loved ones in this tragic way. It's something about. I know I'm gonna do a live about unsolved crimes because my sons and my daughter, both of their killers are still out there. And
hmm
I feel a certain way about that. But God, it's hard because I used to be like when I stayed in my other place that I was staying in, I was like, I can be at the gas station pumping my gas right next to the person that killed my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Don't know who it is, and it's a really empty feeling not having
right,
that kind of closure. Not that I'm gonna get total closure, but at least knowing that somebody's paying the price for what they did to my children.
exactly.
And when you
Yeah,
don't get that, it's rough because you got to deal with the fact that they were taken out of here in the way that they were taken out, and then the fact that this person is still out there free. I know they're not free, but hopefully they have nightmares, and one day I hope to get some closure with being able to sit in that courtroom and tell them what they took from me. Because my
right.
life has not been the same since then. I didn't know how I was going to be able to do this again. I didn't know how I was going to be able to do anything again. But God has gave me the strength, and He's always given me the courage to get through some hard stuff. My whole life has been a lot of pain.
Yeah.
You guys, when my book get back out there and you read it, you're gonna see what I'm saying. It's been nothing but pain from birth, but I'm still here, and God chose me because He know that I wouldn't be afraid to share my story with the world. So there's purpose in our pain, always. And I'm gonna get ready to close this,
Right.
but we're here for you, fresh,
Right.
fresh
Right.
chocolate, and just sit in that
Yeah.
in that comment section
Yeah.
and get free like we all are getting free.
Right. Exactly. Most
Okay?
definitely.
And we're gonna come back. Like I said, me and Dannice is gonna come back one day. Barbara will have the courage to do it. I understand her because everybody's not made for this, but as long as she's in that watching, I want her to watch.
Right.
I want her to watch. I want her to watch, and one day she'll have the strength to be able to come forward and share her story. Because each time
Right.
one of us share a story, somebody is being encouraged by our strength.
Right.
It's not just me. It's so many family members.
Right.
Every day somebody's getting murdered. Every day somebody's getting taken out of here. Every day another mother
Right.
is getting ready to prepare a funeral. And it ain't no joke. My daughter, I couldn't do nothing. When she died, I couldn't do nothing. I had two of my sister girls that were actually there for me both times, and they ran
Right.
everything for me. They
Right.
they 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 really did it for me. I didn't have insurance each time. I mean, really,
Right.
you know, we're getting into that one day. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. So I'm gonna let you off the stage. See if anybody want to come up and say something, and you go ahead and continue to heal.
Hmm.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any last words you want to say?
No, that's it. I look forward to us getting together, and I pray that the uh, Lord will give the other lady the strength.
Yeah, he
Amen.
will. He will. He will. I know a lot of mothers, a lot of family members, even a lot of fellows that have had to deal with this grief. So
Right.
you got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So I'm gonna
I
release
love
you
you
from here,
guys.
and I'm gonna open up this panel for anybody that may want to come up and say something, share. Because I seen that Misbehave had she had an ordeal too. So maybe she might want to share. Okay, love you, fresh chocolate. Okay,
All righty.
all right, Queen.
Okay. Love you, much.
Okay,
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna drop this link. Give a few minutes and see if anybody else want to come up and share something or give somebody some encouragement. If not, we're gonna end the show. And like I said, when I come back, I'm gonna do well. Me and Denise gonna put something together so me and her can link back up so you guys can really hear her story and stuff because we had all of these technical difficulties. And we're gonna keep it pushing. And like I said, maybe Monday or something, I'm gonna do something on suicide because just going through my process, I haven't met anybody but I know some people that I know that went through and gave up, threw in the towel, and after the funeral, they decided to take their own life, and that's sad. That means that this person, no, I think she had a lot of support, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard because I know the days I set up and had that knife and was like just cut my wrist. I can't. The pain is so much, because our children, we carried them for 9 months. I had my children. My son was 23 when he was murdered. My daughter had just turned 25 that Saturday before. Then the next Saturday, I was walking up to a scene, my baby laid out in the streets. That was the hardest thing ever, you know. So, who is this? Somebody's coming up. It's so much. Hello. Who's this?
Hello, hi sis.
Hi. My children. My son was you got turn your YouTube off. You either got
I'm
YouTube on or
so
something.
sorry, sis, that my internet is playing you in the background. I can't talk long, but I just wanted to say love you.
That was the hardest thing ever. You know, so who is this? Somebody coming up.
I don't know why it's doing that.
It's hard to understand. You say it again. Hello? Hello? It looks like you're muted. Unmute your mic. Okay. I don't know what happened, but the link is still there. Right, Fee. You're right. They were only given to us for a time, but you know that's the spirit mindset, but the flesh says something different. That's mine. You can't have all. I want my baby back. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done, but I know what that word says, and you're right. It's just sometimes we gotta, because I know for me, I was angry with God for a long time because I was just like everything is getting taken, you know, and my kids were my world. It was us because I had been out there on my own young. I had them young, and it was us, and I fought to keep us. And then to lose them that way, it was hard. But God, was that you trying to come in, misbehave? But you're right, Fee. You are 100% right. They are only loaned to us for a time, God said my son had did what he was supposed to do because he definitely left an impact. He definitely left an impact with his friends. And my baby, I know she did because I remember the day of the funeral. I was sitting in my seat and I just couldn't keep still. And I got up there and I said, y'all sitting up here. The pastor was doing the altar call. And I said, y'all sitting up here. Let me tell you something. I said, because 2013, I was in a coma for 7 days. 7 days. Woke up a maniac. I mean, I had, what did they call it? What was it called? Something where I kind of lost my mind for a minute. I was scared. I thought everybody was trying to kill me. And I came back. I came back. I was scared for a whole year. My sister and them would have to drive. I would be in the back seat hiding. I mean, I went through it wasn't schizophrenia, but it was something because I went in with a tooth. My whole face was like this. And by the time I got to the hospital, my throat was closed and I was a hot mess. But they put me into a coma the first night, and then I went into a coma the next night. So I had like 2 surgeries and came out of it messed up. My sister will tell you I was messed up, and I came out of that, and then 2 years later, I lose my daughter. And I was like, I mean, I could have died. And I was like, why did you keep me here to bury another one of my children? Come on, God, what are you doing? But he kept me here for this day today. I'm going to bring Miss Behave on up here. Hey, lady.
Hi.
Hi, you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my thing is not happening over here, but I just wanted to commend you because you're very, very I wouldn't know what you're going through at all. That's such a terrible thing to go through and a lot in a little short time of space. And a lot of yous are like that. I just feel really like so sorry to you. And my dad's death is nothing compared to the way you've been rolling with what you've had to take on. My dad, I just looked at it like, well, it was your time, Dad. thanks,
Yeah,
thanks for all the lessons you taught me. I guess this is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was angry. I was angry. I
yeah,
hated God for a couple of years. I
yeah.
drank nonstop for 2 years straight until I started to
Mm.
look in the mirror and I couldn't identify who that was in there. And I knew that my father would be on my ass about that. He'd be like, "What are
Okay,
you
come in
doing?"
here. Where's your daddy at? I'm sorry. The baby can't
That's
come
all
on the
right,
couch.
lovely.
Well,
But
you know
yeah.
what? Let me say this to you, Misbehave. When people always say, I've been through something, but it's not as bad, all of our pain is the same for each other. For your
Hmm.
pain was God gave you that pain for you to handle. He gave me mine because He knew I could handle it. So I never want people
Yeah.
to tell me that what you went through was harder than me. No.
I look at you the way you are, and you're still very lovely and kind, and you look like you're glowing, and I'm like, wow, man, it just is inspiring that you can come out from where you've been and then to still put that smile on your face and to still keep going. I think that you're very brave, and it's awesome that you've made this platform because my auntie has a son who committed suicide, and she finds it hard to talk to us and our family. She thinks we all
Wow.
can't, on that level. No one understands, and she's probably right. We don't. But I think that having these kind of platforms is courage and encouraging for other mums to
Yes.
be okay, and you're not alone, and to share the burden with each
Yes.
other.
Yes.
Yeah. But-
That's what this is all about. Invite her to come look at the show and
and
get encouraged.
I'm scared to ask her in case she like starts tripping out on me.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that sometimes. So I just try not to put it back because she'll be doing so well, and I don't want to take her back there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
You're
I'm
right.
mindful of that. But I love what you do, and if I was there, I'd give you a big fat kiss and hug, and
Thank
we'll be
you.
having a big fat
Here's an
munch.
air hug.
Oh, thank you, dolls, for your love
Thank
and
you.
support. I'm supporting you all the way here in New Zealand, all the way to there.
Ooh, thank you, Lord. Okay. That's
All right,
awesome.
lovely. I've got to go
Okay.
though, love. Sorry for being so messy on here with the audio and stuff. I'm standing here
No.
with a towel on.
You're perfect. Thank you for supporting me. I
Thank you,
just think
dolls.
that I think the
Love you,
world needs to
sis.
hear this. Yes.
I love ya. Keep on
Okay.
keeping
Love you
on.
too.
Bye.
Bye. Anybody else want to come up? Other than that, we're gonna close this show, and I'll be back probably Monday. I think Monday. Get myself a woo-ha tomorrow. I got a class, my little YouTube class. So, like I said, I'm working to get better. My channel will grow organically. God will use whoever He wants to use to come here and support. And when we all in them YouTube streets watching all the negativity, you can come over here and get some peace and quiet. No negativity, no trolling. And some days we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have fun more than sadness because our loved ones are definitely in a better place. Definitely in a better place. But I just want to thank everybody that came by to God's Girls World. We have more to come. Keep that bell on, turn that bell on so you can get our notifications when I come on. And there's much, much more we have to share. So I'm going to see everybody on Monday or Tuesday. More than likely, it'll be Monday. And we'll definitely talk about, hey, son, your aunties is all in here. All your aunties is in here. So I love you guys. Our cousin is in here too. He must be in the bushes. Cousin I just met. that I've never met. Um, but thank God for a family. And I do have a large family. I have a large family that I'm not that are not blood. Then I have, a nice sized family that is they really don't mess with me, but I thank God for who I have. And love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and I'll see you soon. And muha.